Hi, this is Brandy, your Jamberry Nails consultant, and I am today going to show you how to put on your Jamberry nails using both the official method recommended by Jamberry and my favorite method, the cold and rice bag method. So you can go to my website, brandylyn223.jamberrynails.net, and there's some awesome videos on there under the apply button that will show you how to apply your nails and some tips and tricks. I definitely recommend watching those before you put your nails on. But some people have complained maybe that because they're professional videos, they don't quite show the ease with which you can put them on yourself. So I'm just going to do a little demonstration today to show you exactly how easy it can be. They said whenever I first started doing Jamberry, they were like, oh, you can put them on in 15 minutes. And I put on my first set and I was like, never going to be able to do this. And so, but the more I've done them, I've gotten my method down now, and I can put them on in 15 minutes. And so I definitely recommend with some practice and persistence, you can get your method down, and you'll love them just as much as I do. So this is a sheet of nails, a full sheet. The first two are usually for your toes. Sometimes these for your toes too, but usually these four are for your thumbs. And then the rest you can mix and match for your fingers and your other toes. I also tend to keep my scraps so that, like on this sheet where I have these, I will use these for my toes and then just have a full wrap for my big toe, but then use scraps for my little toes. So the other things you will need to put on your nails are a buffer block. You don't have to have ours. You can use any one, or you can get our manicure kit that comes with everything. You need a file, a cuticle pusher, some scissors. Any scissors will do, you don't have to have the professional cuticle scissors. I also use an orange stick and an alcohol wipe for cleaning your nail. So I'm going to lean you down here so that we can see what I'm going to do. Sorry for the jumbleness. We also need a heat source. You can use, I'm using our heater. You can use the rice bags. I have one of those also. Or you can even use a blow dryer, or I've even used the heater in my car. So, the first thing you want to do is buff your nail. And it helps to rough up the edges and to also kind of smooth out any major ridges that you might have in your fingernails. So, once you've buffed it a little bit, you're going to take your alcohol wipe and you want to clean your nail bed really good to get all those oils and everything out from around your nail bed. If you have really oily nail beds, you want to just do this each finger as you go. But if you don't tend to have oily nail beds, you can even just buff all fingers, do all your fingers, and kind of do them all at once. So you want to clean really good, get really good down there by your cuticle, and then let your alcohol wipe dry. And then because the sheets are clear, you can put them in front of your finger and kind of measure which one you want. I've done these so many times now, I know, like, this is my pinky, this is my ring finger, this is my pointer finger, this is my middle finger, and these are my thumbs. So once you get it down, you kind of know. So I have, because I've already got on some green plaid and some Perfectly Poppy, I'm going to use that today. So I like to take my orange stick also. I didn't do this. I pushed my cuticle back. And then I'm going to use the end of my cuticle stick and just peel this up. And you want to try and avoid touching this end that's going to go on your nail as much as possible so that you don't get your finger oils all over it. And then we're just going to cut this in half, or about where you think you're going to need it. And then you want to take the adhesive side, not the colored side, but the adhesive side, hold it towards your heat, and you'll kind of notice it'll start getting a little bit floppy, and then you're going to take it, see if I can do this towards you, and center it on your nail. If you don't like where it's at, you can just pull it right off, stick it back on, get it in the center, and then these are heat and pressure activated, so you want to put lots of pressure I usually kind of start at the bottom and work my way up and then out to the edges. And then once you feel like you've kind of got it on there and you've pushed it down some, then I like to turn my finger over and from the back with the curved scissors, trim just a little bit above where my nail is at. And then, like I said, save these scraps because you can put this on your little toes later. So I'm going to put it back in front of the heat. And then I like to take my rubber tip cuticle pusher. And I like to put it down on the table and really push those edges in. Make sure you tuck it under your cuticle if it's a little bit. If you're on your cuticle, you want to maybe do a size smaller, because if it's on your cuticle, you're going to get a lot of rippling and bulging because your cuticle is going to kind of push it up, especially as your nail grows out. So I'm going to push and push, and then I usually heat, and then I'll push again. And then once I am happy with where it's at, then I'm going to kind of let it cool for a minute. And then I'm going to take my file. And then you want to file at a 90-degree angle. You want to go straight down. If you go back and forth, you'll peel that edge up off your nail. And then you'll get dust or just nail underneath there. And then your deal won't come off. And you can see now my tip is starting to come loose. It also helps to kind of pull that end of the nail down over the end of your nail bed so that it will seal that edge, and then it won't flip up. And you can see I've got my nail on. So that's the official method, using the heat and pressure. My second favorite method is the cold method. So the same thing, I want to do the same thing. I'm going to do my middle finger again. I want to buff it. And then once I've buffed it, I'm going to and push back my cuticle. And then I'm going to clean it with the alcohol wipe. And then once it's dry, I just want to take my wrap. I haven't heated it or anything, and I'm just going to put it on my nail. And again, if you're not in a place where you like where it's at, you can peel it off. Move it over a little bit. And same thing, you want to push it down. Kind of get it in all those little cracks and crevices. Make sure you got it where you want it to be at. And then you're going to take your rice bag that you've heated. Well, I'm going to trim it first. So trim this excess off. And then you're going to take this rice bag and you're going to hold it over and kind of grip it around your finger so that the pressure that you're pushing down on your nail and the heat from the rice bag is going to help seal your nail on there. And then once you've done that a couple times, you can do another round of pushing. And then do another round of heat. And I even sometimes will do all my nails, and then I'll just hold them like this and push down on it so that they're all getting the heat, and then I'll do it and then do them again. So you can do it any way you want, as long as they get the heat and the pressure to help seal them down to your nails. And then same thing, I'm just going to file the end of this off. And again, I have my Jamberry nail here on the end that I just put on. So, it kind of looks better if I'll take it. Looks like I'm so there we go. All my nails are on. They look awesome. They've been heat and pressure activated onto my nails so that they're sealed. And that's all there is to it. If you have any questions, you can always send me a message on Facebook or visit me on my website, BrainyLynn223.jamberrynails.net. Thank you.